Day 73, Capitol Reef National Park. So I spent the night in the small town of Escalante, in this great place called Escalante Outfitters, where for $8 a person you get a safe place to park, a place to pitch your tent, access to showers and bathrooms and laundry, and the family-run restaurant there offers cheap and delicious food, and the people are just so nice. It gives you the feeling that you don't want to leave. So in the morning, Bob from the Escalante Outfitters told me to make sure I visit something called the Long Canyon on my way to Capitol Reef. And he said it's like Zion, but without the crowds. And boy, was he right. So the canyon is inside the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument that has a whole bunch of very beautiful waypoints. But as I was pressed for time, which was the overall motive of my time in Utah, and I'm very sorry about it, I just drove through the canyon and then I was on my way forward. And the way forward was on something called Highway 12, which is considered one of the most scenic drives in America. It actually has a title of All-American Highway. So it's up there with Beartooth Highway and the Blue Ridge Parkway in North Carolina. So yeah, that was another thing that I very proudly crossed off my list. And as I was driving Highway 12, I kept on saying, I have to stop stopping, but you can't, because at every pull out, the view that you get is just more amazing than the next. And Bob warned me about free-range cows, and boy was he right, because there are the free-range cows and also free-range cowboys. So anyway, Highway 12, oh my God, if you are in Utah, it is one of the things that you absolutely must do. And so the road continues through the otherworldly landscapes of Utah, and it brings you to Capitol Reef National Park. And the park, Capitol Reef itself is just a huge fold, a huge crease in the crust of the earth. And it's one long drive along it with a lot of pullouts to scenic points. Why is it called Capitol? Because the cliffs that are red and sometimes they're white, they're tall and majestic, and they reminded the people who called it of the Capitol buildings. So the park, again, is just one long drive with a lot of beautiful scenery on either sides. It has a river flowing through it, and I had a very nice lunch by the river. It has a beautiful fruit orchard, and it's actually famous for its jams. And I ran across my old friends, the Fremont people, and their drawings on the cliffs. And then you drive on east through very Utah-ish things, and I ended up in a little town of Green River, which is kind of known for its cemetery, where people bring all kinds of trinkets and things that basically symbolize and describe the lives and the hobbies and passions of their loved ones buried there. And I have a thing for cemeteries. I love walking around and reading the inscriptions on the tombstones and trying to imagine the lives of the people who are lying there. And it teaches you a lot about setting your priorities straight in life. Let's say work. We spend so much time there and we obsess so much about it. But I have yet to see a tombstone that talks about someone being a good employee or a good boss or a good colleague or a good service provider. At best, it's mother, father, friend, blah, blah, blah. So there's so little left of you once you leave this world. And you better make sure that whatever you busy yourself with while you're here is really worth it and not some kind of meaningless crap. Anyway, on this philosophical note, I drove a little further towards the town of Moab, where I spent the night, and you could really see, looking at the red cliffs, why it's called Moab. So here are a few more pictures from Long Canyon and from Highway 12 and from Capitol Reef. Again, it's Utah, so the words are not really doing their job very well here. So I'm just going to let the pictures do the talking.